They make it more seamless from an onboarding perspective. They make it more seamless from a scalability perspective. They are the reason that we'll be able to grow to the level that we have and continue to every year. I mean, I think we're on a good 25% increase annually without any extra. It's been more word of mouth than anything. We don't do a lot of advertising online yet, but I feel that, you know, it seems to get better and better every year. You know, we bring partnerships like Federate and others to the table, and it elevates the value of our product. And then just in this past, well, for the past 2 years, we're working on an acquisition that we just closed on, which is a regulated trust company. So we've decided to add that to our product suite. So now we're a financial entity in Canada. So I think that we were originally going to do a partnership with them and decided that, you know, the gentleman was ready to sell. So we decided to do the acquisition itself. And I think there's probably a few others that we have our eye on this year that we're going to do the same for. So partnerships are key to making sure that the reason we're working with them or doing the acquisition, it's to elevate the value of our product.
I'd say depending on the partnership that we have and whatever type of, you know, offering that allows us to improve our offer to our clients. You know, like for example, when we built out the RTP system for our bank, right? We had a great relationship with the bank that allowed us to become their tech partner in that department, right? This allowed us to be able to really push the envelope forward for a lot of our existing clients and new clients coming on board, because now RTP in the US was a new product, right? Not every bank offers it, and when they were offering it, it was 5 days a week within business hours. What we were able to offer was a product that was 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, 365 days out of the year. And in doing so, for a lot of our clients where speed is important, it changed their offer towards their clients, right? So then they were able to start changing how they market themselves to be able to gain more clients and separate themselves from their competition. When the rest of their competition didn't have access to RTP, it might have been next day payments or whatever the case is. So it really propelled us forward in that dynamic.
In terms of digital banking, you know, I mentioned BIMPay, which is the interbank payment system for Barbados, and that's coming in. I see similar projects occurring across the Caribbean and the different islands, and then I can see an interconnection. And the Governor of Central Bank, you know, we sat on a panel last week, and he mentioned CPAPS, which is the Caribbean version of the PAPS interbank system in sub-Saharan Africa. We can see stuff like that. And there's a lot more South-South cooperation between the region and sub-Saharan Africa. So we can see digital payments ecosystems developing, starting with the individual countries and then interconnecting the countries and then spreading internationally. So an outward expression of faster payments from the domestic to the regional to the international. And also to add to that, I also see with the faster payments rail, that's a precursor to open banking, right? So we see open banking happening. And with open banking, then you see opportunities for entrepreneurs, fintech entrepreneurs. You know, so you create the foundations, the plumbing, that fintech. And there are a few fintechs around, but mostly in the nascent stages at this stage. But I can see an acceleration of that as people see niches, whether it be in ride share or, you know, because you have those big names that we know out there, but then you can see local variants. You have the food delivery, which are, you know, the DoorDashes and so on. Well, we have our own equivalent here for us, you know, e-commerce, m-commerce, you know, those kinds of things. You'll probably see tokenization and those kinds of things emerging here. And ultimately, I see things like wearables. We're a big festival country, so you can see wearables like the embedded financial things in the wristbands and those kinds of things. So payments will become easier, a lot simpler as we develop the basic ecosystem, and the cost per transactions to merchants and to clients become kind of like right-sized.